Two sisters released from prison early under one condition. One sister donates a kidney to the other. And now that they're free, there's a big problem. Jamie and Gladys Scott are too overweight for kidney surgery. Combined, they need to lose about 160 pounds. So if they don't shed the weight, can these sisters be sent back to the big house, the Hooskow? Our legal panel weighs in. Tad Nelson, former prosecutor. Mary Frances Prevost joins us now. She is a defense attorney. Good to see you both. Tad, let me start with you.
Sure.
You know, if I'm the governor, I think that before I agree to release them, I'm going to try to find out if they're kidney compatible. And apparently, that didn't happen. That's one of the problems here, too. A mistake?
Yeah, oh, absolutely a mistake. And that's what's wrong with this governor. You know, I'm down here in Houston, Texas. We have a saying about governors. Governors always want to do the right thing as long as it's right for them. And that's what he did here. He's pandering to the African Americans by letting these people out. And at the same time, he's masking it as saving the state $200,000 a year in medical bills. If you're going to do that kind of thing, you might want to look into some things and make sure you have all the facts. And clearly, he didn't have any of the facts here.
You know, Mary Frances, I do want to bring up some pertinent facts. These two women have done 16 years for an armed robbery. Nobody was severely injured in the case. They got away with $11. Nobody was killed, and they were given double life sentences. I mean, I have problems with that sentence and even doing 16 years. Do you?
Absolutely. That is just cruel and unusual. And I've handled robbery cases, serious robbery cases, armed robbery cases, and you would never see that type of a sentence for something like this, I think, in California. So it was totally outrageous. I'm not offended that they got out, even though one sister can't give the other sister the kidney, because for any reason that they can get out underneath, this really unconscionable sentence is okay by me.
But you know what, Tad? I looked up Section 301 of the National Organ Transplant Act. And guess what?
Right.
It prohibits the sale of organs. Specifically, it says the exchange of what's called valuable consideration. In other words, that's money or the equivalent. Well, that's what's happening here, isn't it? I mean, she gets out a jail-free card. That's an exchange of benefits. That's illegal, isn't it?
Oh, that is 100% illegal, and that's where the problem comes from. We're crossing medical ethics. We've got legal ethics. We've got laws that are being violated, all because this governor is pandering to get votes. And when his base is, you know, not that this is a political discussion, but if he's pandering to his Republican primary base, he's got to do these things. He didn't look into what he was doing, and that's why this is going to be such a problem down the line, because I can tell you, these ladies, they have to lose 160 pounds. That's an 8th grader. They're not going to lose that weight. It's not going to happen. Then he's going to be coming up. Do I throw him back in jail? And I can promise you, that will not happen. He will not put these women back in jail.
He could have just commuted their sentences, and then he wouldn't be in this mess. But look, Mary Frances, if this is allowed, I mean, what happens next? This is a real slippery slope. Won't every prisoner in America suddenly put their name on, organ donor lists? Get out of jail free card.
Well, you know, that could be a problem, but I don't think that was what happened here. I think that Governor Haley Barbour was trying to mask the fact that he's been under fire for making racist comments recently in interviews in magazines and in the newspaper. And so, I think that's what's happening.
I don't think there's any evidence that that's what motivated him here. I think he was trying to do the right thing and trying to save a life, and you know, in that respect, I suppose, he should be applauded, but it just creates a really bad precedent, doesn't it?
Well, you know, it does, but I have to disagree with you with regards to it not being a political act. He's not going to come out and say, I'm trying to do this so that it masks my racist comments. He's just doing it, and we can infer by that, because he would have let them out, you know, a year ago.
Yeah.
If he was so worried about that. The timing is perfect.
Give me your last 10-second rebuttal. I'm out of time here.
Well, the bottom line is, all he had to do was commute the sentences, give them a pardon, let them go on their way. There's still some responsibility about who has to pay for it, but he could have done the right thing for the right reason. That's what I don't think he did.
All right. You know what? Maybe he should do that now. It's not too late. He can still commute the sentence.
I agree.
All right.
Exactly.
Mary Frances Prevost, Tad Nelson, good to see you both. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.